Now, before starting this review, if you have not read a story synopsis, if you have not seen a trailer for this movie, try to keep it that way. This is a movie I'm going to try to be very vague with. I don't want you guys to know anything because I didn't know anything for this movie. I just saw, hey, early showing for a movie coming out next week. Early review. I'll go see it. Never saw a trailer, never read a story synopsis, and that is the best way for this kind of movie. Strange Darling stars Willa Fitzgerald and Kyle Gallner, and is about nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. From writer and director J.T. Mollner comes a brand new film, Strange Darling. So like I said in my intro, I didn't know anything about this movie. I literally was like, oh, early movie review. That's cool. I'll go see an early movie. And so I walked in and it was like a Q&A kind of showing too. And so after the movie, I walked out and I am here to tell you guys, I am going to try to be so vague with this review. If you've seen the movie, welcome to the review. If you have not, I promise you, I'm going to be vague. But I am showing trailer footage and behind my voice, so just know that. Because I don't want you guys to know anything. Seriously, I didn't know anything going in, and that is the best way to see these kind of movies. This was awesome. I had a great time with this movie. So this movie is told in 6 chapters, and it's actually told out of order. Like the movie begins with chapter 3, then it's like chapter 5, then it goes back to chapter 1. It's told out of order. And I'll be 100% honest with you, I'm not a fan of that in a lot of movies. Really am not. Like Pulp Fiction, great movie. That is my only little nitpick. I'm just like, I wish it was told in order. I just prefer it, okay? But for this movie, I was watching and I was like, this is a really interesting movie. I just don't like how it's being told. And then something happens. I was like, oh shit, fuck me. That is why you did that. And the movie is just like, it's good. It's really good. J.T. Mollner, I have not seen his other film, but he did a fantastic job with this movie, man. How the movie was told is a reason why. And the editing is really good in this movie. His direction, his storytelling is very, very good. But the one I have to talk about, Willa Fitzgerald. I know she won't get nominated for an Oscar for this movie, but I have to say, she deserves some type of award. She is amazing. One of, if not my favorite performance of the entire year. I'm not kidding you. She is so damn good in this movie. I don't want to say anything about her character, but man, she is so freaking amazing in this movie. I loved watching her. Kyle Gallner, he's always popped up in a bunch of movies. I'm glad he's finally getting his little stride right now. He is damn good in this movie too. He knows how to be really intense and to be a really cool, nice guy and a little bit of a sleazebag. It's interesting, and their dynamic and relationship and chemistry is out of this world. Freaking great. It's due to the writing and their performances. They are so good in this movie. And the cinematography, which this movie was shot on 35mm in film, was actually done by Giovanni Ribisi. You know the bad guy from Ted? Yeah, that's him. He did the cinematography for this movie. What? Wait, I didn't know he had that in him. No idea. I hope he does more though, because this movie, my God, does it look good. And on 35mm on film in a movie theater, it was so good. The lighting and the color, it's just like, it's so nice to look at. And when you have amazing music too, with a great score that really hit in the movie theater, the sound mixing, the sound design is perfect. I want that sound design in my movies. Like, it's so well done. And the cinematography and the mixture of the edits, man, just looking and watching this movie, everything was just so on point, and I was so into this movie. And again, like I said, I was into this movie. I wasn't a fan of how it was told at first, and then after that, it became even better. I was already liking the movie, and then it became better. So when it comes to my negatives, I will say it's kind of nitpicky. So I will say I'm not in love with the ending, but I don't hate the ending, especially how it was shot. I love how it was shot. But the actual ending itself, I kind of felt was a little anticlimactic, just a little bit. And I will say, some of the supporting actors, if it's not our main two, everyone else in this movie kind of wasn't great. Like, we meet these two hippies, and they get a little bit more screen time in this movie that I kind of didn't expect in a certain chapter. And it kind of just fell out of place. And there was a lot of like, they were in the middle frame, and it was like a dialogue scene. There was like little cuts, whatever, with dialogue that just didn't sound right. I don't know. Maybe it was the actors, maybe it was the direction. I don't know. I just, it was a little off-putting, and I was like, is it supposed to be? And when the movie ended, I was like, why was that so weird and different? There's other actors we meet in the movie, and just none of them were okay. Like, they were just eh. Maybe it's because we have two great performances by Kyle Gallner and Willa Fitzgerald, but like, I don't know. I noticed it. But yeah, I'm slim pickings here, guys. This is a must see. This is a movie. Don't watch anything. Don't even, just go see it. Go see it. It comes out next week, I believe. I highly recommend it. I'm going to give Strange Darling an A. It is for sure a movie I would love to own and rewatch again. I would definitely like to see how it is on rewatchability. I want to show my mom and dad. I want to show people, be like, I want to know your opinion on this. Because like, this movie is just, it never bored me. It seriously, it got more interesting. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is a really good movie. And I was highly into this movie. Very much. Go see it in a movie theater. Please try to go see it in a theater. I truly think this movie is way better in a theater. I could just tell. The sound design, man, the score, the music, the acting. Ugh. Go see it. Highly recommend. And you guys are going to enjoy this movie review? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.